would say that democracy gives me the power to cede my power to you, some sort of power. Yeah. But the very same democracy gives me the power to take that power back and transfer it to cede it to someone else who's able to deliver based off our agreement, based off the promises you gave, based off the Constitution. Yeah. But it's seemingly that what we see today is, once you cede your power, I will use that power to whichever way I see it fit. It's the reason why you'd see the examples you've given that we will see China are doing their thing, they're doing it well. Perhaps that's the direction we should go. But is there an understanding from, say, the political class that the power they hold does not belong to them? It is from the people, and that donated responsibility, as it were, demands that you deliver. If you do not, then you have no business being there.
Yes, I think that is why constitutions are designed the way they are, and you've rightly put it in terms of the functions of the president or these elected representatives, and what are their duties and functions of a member of parliament and other forms of representation, and that is why we, in ideal democracies, we have what we call term limits, which is very critical in terms of accountability purposes, and the best practice is terms, 2 terms of 5 years or 4 years, and it is from this that citizens can be able to judge whether or not their leaders have been able to deliver. And for me, I call that a civic duty of accountability, and accountability done through elections. But again, we see that of late, elections have not been able to really be a mirror through which we can say deliver credible leaders. Elections are becoming increasingly very the elections are not, they're terrible in terms of how the processes are not credible. They are frauded with a lot of mystery and all that. So you find that this electoral process that is enshrined in the Constitution also becomes part of the problem. So as much as citizens want to go to the polls to elect their leaders, it is this very poll that also brings about terrible leaders, of course. And of course, it has also, in many occurrences, we see that elections are also a time when there's a lot of tension in the country, and people even sometimes wish that we don't even have elections because of the anxiety that it brings, and it becomes a big problem. So again, I think I should urge that elections should be part of people's life cycles, where we put our leaders into account. If not, then it becomes a terrible process.